Morning, day 4 of the Northumberland Coastal Path. Right, you know the issue I had yesterday where I went all the way around. That's the path there. That is the path there, and you come out at this gate here. I'd have been right there. Now, you see that there? That pizza sign. I seen that last night as I was like coming around, and I thought, oh no, like I looked on my online map, it didn't show a path going down. It just like went into the posh building up the top, but I couldn't see the sign for the actual walk. It was hidden in the trees. Like I didn't see it at all, but I did see that, and I thought, oh, I heard that there was a pizza place, like, you know, next to the campsite, and I thought, oh, like I must have got it wrong. It must have been like a dead end, but it was right next to it, sort of thing, you know, and you couldn't get through. But yeah, so I had a walk up there last night, and there we go. That's the path to take. So my stupidity will make it better for you. Right, we have to go out of here and turn right. We don't have to go back down the way we come, because that's a very busy road, by the way. Make sure you get that right, because it was a bit scary at times. Right, we are going to Beal, which is about 12 mile away. We're going to go through Belford first. That isn't all that far away from here, and then St Cuthbert's Cave, and then we're sort of following the St Cuthbert's path, which I've done about 2 years back, to like the barn at Beal, where I'm stopping tonight. So it should be a canny little day, for even if it is a little bit drizzly. Me tent soaking, by the way the outer is anyway. But, they're not Cheviot ones, eh? But there we go, look. Harry bonny lads. Right, so we're going up there, it seems. But yesterday seen a sign, didn't we, that you could only get on the England Coastal Path that way June or July. Wait, this is where you deviate from it straight away after the campsite, which is just there. If that's a option you'd like to take, like, let's see, why not, if you fancy it, like. Right, up here it seems. Right, so when you come out of that field, you turn left. It says 300 yards up the road. That's longer than 300 yards, mind you, to this post. We'll turn right. But remember yesterday when I said I might come back up to here to come, I think that's the bit road there, because there's that tower thing in the distance. So that must be where the road like separated, and I like went down to the campsite. Yeah, it must be. So if you do that stupid thing that I've done, just take the road sort of to your left, instead of going down to the campsite, and then obviously you would turn left. Right, yeah, we're going up here. I tell you what, it's so misty and drizzly the day. Oh, hey, my tent is soaking. I don't know if I'm going to get an opportunity to dry it out either. I think the sun's coming out at about 6 o'clock at night or something, so I might like just put it up then, I think. I don't know. Right, so we have to cross the railway line and the A1 to get to Belford. Now you have to ring the railway to cross to see if it's safe. Obviously there's another one further on as we go towards Holy Island, but you can take a deviation there, which I might take because I've never went that way before, but you can like go like on the road bit. I think you must go under or over it or something instead of going through the gate, so we might do that on the other side. But Belford, if you need any supplies, get them there, because really that's the only sort of stop with shops and stuff before Berwick, really. I mean, you can eat at Beal, you can eat at Fenwick, but there's like no shops as such, so that's what I'm going to do anyway, and get into a dry shop. Maybe a dry cafe as well. Right. There's the crossing for the cars over there, so I wonder which way it takes us then. That's interesting. Right, the book says just follow the telegraph poles. I hope I'm right. So I think we have to follow them through that field as well. Excellent. At least the most of them are up there, not bothered. Oh god, bonny lad, how are you? Right, so I have to sort of go straight past them, it seems. Right, so let's give it a go. Hey, shut itself, man. Petrified of us. Using all. Get you. Hey. Soft as shit, man. Fucking soft as shit. Eh? You're petrified of us, man. Oh. Actually, it's the first time I've been through a field of cows for ages. They're alright, man. They're alright. Hey, there's a fence. We gate over there. That's just a short bit of field. Sounds like cows out the way you're fine, aren't you? You know? As long as I get a bit of scran. So you always have to ring to make sure it's safe to cross. Like I say, there's another one up the way when we're coming back over. That's a benefit of doing like that or that the June-July coastal walk side. You don't have to bother doing this because you're constantly on this side. Yeah, ring them up and ask if there's a train coming. As you can see, it's very, very busy. Have I found a gap? I think I have, you know. Yeah, we got. Thank you. Straight out of the road. I tell you what, like, these lads fancy themselves, eh? Look at them, man. How are they? I've just dealt with some cows over there, man. He's a nout. Eh? Get yes. Aye. Ah, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. I don't know if we should add this to the golf course count because I believe it's closed. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because it's in a lovely setting, like. Aye, but aye, let's say it's another one. I think that's about the 23rd or something in it. So this is Belford. There's the cross there. There's a couple of places to stop. The co-op is just along there. When I come up, there's a cafe to your right. There's also a shop there if you want your hair cut. There's a hairdresser's down there. There's a couple of shops that look shut actually, but there's a couple of things to keep you going. Belford Museum, never seen that before. Me not. And there's a bus stop as well if you need to get to Berwick or Newcastle. So you come up the road where the co-op is. It's along there. There's also a chippy opposite the co-op. It's like the road that punches towards Waller. didn't see a sign, you know, I'd see the turn left there, but I might have missed it. Won't be the first time, would it? I saw up this way. Every time I come here and do this walk, I always think I've walked too far, but no, this is it. There's sort of there's paths crisscross over like a farm, but we'll come to that a little bit later. Lovely walk, this little section here. Done this a few times. Lush. So when you get up to the top of the hill, as you're getting up to the top of the hill, keep to your right and through this gate and left. There's another gate down there. Don't go through that one, go through this one. You know what, this is more or less the high point of the whole trail around here. And it's like now really, just steady away, you know. Aye, so I mean some canny views from this sort of, like when you over that bit there you can look back on Belford and that. And then sort of make my way towards St Cuthbert's Cave, but there is an option not to go there if you don't want to. I'll show you when we get there. So just after the cattle shed, this is where you can make a choice. Just stay on St Oswald's Way and miss St Cuthbert's Cave, or the coastal path takes you down to St Cuthbert's Cave. You can also make that into like a figure of 8 walk from Belford, so come the way we've come. What I usually do is follow St Oswald's Way back to St Cuthbert's Cave, back around down here and along that way, and cut through the fields and go home. Wait, back to Belford, or just go the way you've come, but that's more low than what we've just come. So you can make a choice whether it can be bothered with St Cuthbert's Cave or not. Does add a few miles. Right, so we're going anyway. Up here. Alright, before I forget, Belford, I went to the tea room, Well House I think it was called. It opens at 10 o'clock till 4 I think. I thought it was car coming in there. 10 o'clock to 4. Tuesday till Sunday in the summer, Wednesday till Sunday in the winter. So yeah, I got a full English, you know. The drop of tea was £10 something. It was lovely and all. I really needed it, mate. So that was spot on. Oh yeah, and they only take cash. There's no cards there, so make sure you've got a bit of money on you. It seemed quite popular once it was open. Like there was loads of people coming in. People who were doing. There was a couple doing bike ride from Dunbar to Darlington. Oh, Christ, good luck to them. I think they were at the end of the tether with each other. Understandable. So I think they were saying they were making the way down to Warcraft the other day, so I was telling them all the nice bits. So I £10 something for that breakfast. Couldn't go wrong, man. And then got some stuff for the co-op, from the co-op, because I'll need supplies for tomorrow. Like I say, there's no after Beal really. I mean, I suppose you could pick something up from there, like a takeaway sort of sandwich or something like that maybe, but I thought I'd hedge my bets and play it safe and get something from like a meal deal for tomorrow. from the co-op. So excellent stuff. Right, this is a long road, mind you, to St Cuthbert's Cave, like all the way down, and then you turn right, and then we'll eventually hit St Cuthbert's Way just before St Cuthbert's Cave, and then we're on that until the causeway. So you're going to have the Coastal Path, St Cuthbert's Way, St Oswald's Way and Northumberland Coastal Path all at one time coming up. Isn't that exciting? So the forest track sort of curves round, and this is like the straight path on St Cuthbert's Cave. Usually on a decent day you've got stunning views of the Cheviots. Oh, they're obviously not going to see them there today, but trust us, it looks gorgeous from your like. I've often sat like at St Cuthbert's Cave and like just looked out and God, it doesn't look real. But there's a little sort of cove thing as well just before you get to St Cuthbert's Cave, which I'll show you as well. It's probably a lot more interesting than St Cuthbert's Cave actually, but that row of trees coming up there, that is the path for the St Cuthbert's Way there. It sort of comes up in the middle. Aye, so that's bringing back memories, mate. Fantastic. Oh, happy days. And yeah, it is what I was telling you about. You can like walk up there behind that. I'll not do it because it's soaking wet. Saying that I'm already soaking like. But a bit of an adventure around there. Right, back on the path. When you get through that gate, turn left, straight through that one and down there. Don't be tempted to go down this side because you're the wrong side of the fence. If you want, there's a trig point over there with views of Northumberland, but just not today. So through the gate and the straight. So over there's the path we took to go up and around. St Cuthbert's Cave there, back down, and this is the point where Mrs D a few years back nearly got killed by a cow. Got in between the cow and its calf. I should have put a plaque down marking the spot. Fair warning to anybody else who gans on like a knacker on cows and calves. Aye, I never let her forget it. So as you come over the brow of the hill there is Holy Island in all its glory. I don't think the tide's out. I cannot see any cars going over. I didn't check on the times actually today, not that I'm gone like, but aye, that was great, man, seeing that. I was doing the St Cuthbert's Way, I could like see the end in sight. Fantastic. You end at the priory, not the castle, by the way, when you do that. Right, what am I going to do with these cows here? No, I'm sure there's a path. So what the hell are they doing there? Oh Christ. Right, so I'm gonna have to deal with. Alright man, it looked as though they were behind this gate at one point. I thought there was a path going through. Wondered if they'd escaped. But curious animals, eh, aren't they? Aye, so we're turning left. We're to Fenwick. I'm just thinking there, like, if you weren't gonna do the St Cuthbert's way, apart from going into Belford, there's no sort of reason to sort of come this way. I mean, if you're doing it June, July, just take that that coastal path if you can. I mean, that's a walk I might do, you know, at some point. I don't think I'll have time to do this year, like, it's approaching the end of July now. It's to the right. There's your signs doing this way. If you're not going to St Cuthbert's Cave, there isn't any sort of reason for you to come in this way. If you get me meaning, apart from the shops at Belford, really. So that's an option, like, because there isn't that much I can really think of that you would bring you across. So quick mosey up that coastal path. It's intrigued as that now, like, I'm gonna have to do it next year. Maybe camp at Beal and come back down to Budle Bay, something like that. I'll work it out. There's the Bean Genie coffee house that used to be Guru. It's obviously changed hands. It's closed there at the minute, like, so I hope that isn't bad news for them. Right. Unless it's, what was it today? Wednesday? I wouldn't think it would be closed on Wednesday. Right, turn right and back to the A1. And this is where it gets scary again. We'll go, I think. Hey, I might need bother, man. When you come to that house and the little stream, turn left and up there on the St Cuthbert's way. If you go that way, it like eventually brings you sort of round to the road that avoids the crossing of the railway track. But we're going up here for now. So just doing the way there, there's Barnborough Castle. Now, I mean, I know we're coming away from there and we're around about there-ish, I'd say. Well, we stopped last night and it looks like absolutely no distance at all, really. I must admit it's been a bit of a trudge, so we've just like sort of looped round, and there is Holy Island. I would have liked to have done that bit, you know. I wish I'd have done that now. Bearing in mind I've already like done that on past walks, but I felt I had to do it properly for you, you know. But I mean, it wasn't because like I would have cut off that massive bit for us. It was just like, it's just something new, you know. Where I don't think it would have been that far either, you know. I mean, if that's took best part of what, 12 mile, that'll have probably been about 7 or 8, if that. I don't know. Right, crack on. Nearly at the causeway. That is the road down to avoid crossing the railway line. You go down there, and as soon as you get across the railway line, you turn left and follow the railway line along. I know I says I was gonna go down and show you, but I've done enough for yous. So yeah, I'm just gonna cross our. I think they must be setting up for Lindisfarne Festival down there. There's a couple of tents there. I'm sure it's in August. I might be wrong. I'm sure it hasn't been yet. Aye. Well, this place have a festival there. But we're at the crossing. So if you've took the road down to miss the crossing, you'll come along here, and when you do, turn this way, don't go straight on, it's down here. So as promised, we're on the tiniest section. It's just, I mean, it's from here, what, quarter of a mile. We're on all 4 paths. Excellent. Oh, fantastic. Great stuff. Oh, now you're beside yourself with happiness. I'll just sum it up here. Yeah, that's been a bit of a trudge there today, I'll not lie. Like, I don't know if it's because I've already done it like a few times, like sections of it, you know, so hasn't come as a massive surprise, or I don't know what it was. And I mean, I munched around Belford for over an hour because I knew I couldn't check in here, and that's where I'm stopping, by the way. Barnet Beal, just up on the hill there. It's just up from the causeway. That's where I stopped when I'd done the St Cuthbert's way. I've stopped there before as well. Well, I'll tell you about that tomorrow because it does link in. If you don't need to do it, don't do it, and come up the coastal path. That's what I'd say. But if you're doing this June and July, do that. It's something you can only sort of do for a certain amount of time, so why not do it, you know? I would say as well, if you're stopping at Belford and you're thinking about going all the way up to Berwick that day, don't bother doing the St Cuthbert's Cave. I would leave that for when you do the St Cuthbert's way. But I thought, oh, fly me mouth, I thought I'd do it the way God intended for you, just so you know the crack. But Belford's a handy stop off if you need like food or whatever, which you will do for tomorrow, because like I say, there's nothing. So yeah, maybe go to Belford and do the St Oswald's Way section and come away, or get stuff in Bamborough the day before and do the coastal path bit. Complete up me. Right, so me and my mates here will bid you adieu. All the best, see you later. Thanks for watching, look after yourselves, Ta-ra.